We'll go ahead and open this up here and okay, very well. So I'll go ahead to this one and I have something that I put here together, and there's a lot of it are reminders of the stuff that we've done before, but now I want to do this again because now I have a better understanding why these things are the way they are, these numbers, okay? So the exponent of the 19th Mersenne Prime. The exponent of the 19th Mersenne of 4253 is the exponent of the 19th Mersenne Prime. We know that since 1962. Not really, because when that number was discovered, the numbers before that were not numbered properly. The other Mersenne numbers were not properly. It takes time for mathematicians to look at all these prime numbers, make sure that there's not another one before that. Okay? So these are all recent, a lot more recent than 1962 when this number was discovered. When this number was discovered, this index 19 in the domain of the Mersenne Prime was not there yet. Okay? Anyway, 4253 is the 249th Non-Chen Prime. The 195th composite is 249. Look at this relation between these two indices here. The 195th composite is 249. Recall that 195, I put an underline under 19, is the 19th Sphenic Prime, a Sphenic number. Okay? See, 19, 19. So we just go here and 195 Non-Chen Prime is 3373. Chapter 33 has 73 verses. So it connects 42 to chapter 33. Okay. The 150th composite is 195, and 195 is the numerical value of Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad in chapter 19. Again, I put underline there. But the 19th quad prime happens to be 150. Okay, over it is 19. That's what God is telling us. If we didn't have these beacons, we would never find out about this code. Never. If that verse, chapter 74, verse 30, which says over it is 19, we would never find out about these. Now, 114th composite happens to be 150, and 114 is the number of chapters in the Quran. We know that. Okay. 249th lonely Gaussian prime happens to be 5683, which is the 748 prime number, and 748th lonely prime is 9127. And I want to again ask for your attention to these two numbers, 748 and 9127. The number of digits in both of this adds up to 19. Okay, so God simplifies it so you can actually see it. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 8 is 19. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 7 is 19. Okay? But 249 is 3 times 83. It's a composite. It's 3 times 83. The indices are 3 and 83 are 2 and 23. 223 happens to the 19th lonely prime. Okay. As I said, if that hint wasn't there, that would have been it. Never find this code. 383rd composite happens to be 475, and 475 happens to be 5 times 5 times 19. And if you go to chapter 19, you notice that 475 is actually the verse numbers in the initial surah that was revealed. Okay, so let me just go there and 19 dot. There it is. I come down here, the counts are there. See that 475? The orange one? If you go orange one here, it says sequential revealed versus initial or uninitial switches. There it is. 475. Okay. Kaf, Ya, Ain, Sad. And remember now, in this one, we also had the same thing, Kaf, Ya, Ain, Sad, which is 195. Okay? See that? Right up there? There it is, 195. Okay? Kaf, Ya, Ain, Sad. And that's the order of that, and that's what it comes again. Okay, it comes 479, which is 5 times 5 times 19. 5519 happens to be the index of composite 6346, which is the total number of verses in the Quran. This is including the unnumbered bismillahs. There are 112 of them. Okay? Now, look at this one. We never looked at this one, but now let's look at this one. 6346 is actually 2 times 19 times 167. Okay? The indices of these primes are 1, 8, and 39. 1839 composite happens 2166, but 2166 is actually 19 times 114. Again, the code, which is 19, okay? 114, which is the number of surahs in the Quran. So the number of verses in the Quran, including the unnumbered bismillahs, actually tells you, yes, there is a book which is 19 days, and that book has 114 chapters. Can you imagine this? That really boggles the mind. Okay. And so this is again, to go back to that ever-expanding, okay? But we never looked at it this way. Is one that I highlighted here. We never looked at it this way. Today we're looking at it and another door opens, and then we see another set of awesome things that brings you to an awe and respect for God. Okay. And so this is God's system. And so as I said, every week we are looking at these verses in a different way than we looked before. The first time we didn't pay attention. Okay. We were too busy doing this thing. We just wanted to finish. We just wanted to get rid of it. Okay. We were too bored and too tired. But then we ask God to increase our knowledge. That's what we have to do. And then accordingly, He does that. Okay. So I'm going to stop here and we'll finish off.